Welcome to Lives of Light, little saints. Today we celebrate Saint Fidelis of Sigmaringen, whose feast day is April 24th. He is the patron saint of lawyers, missionaries, and those who spread the faith. Listen to how he gave up everything to follow God and stayed faithful, even in danger. Story: the lawyer who chose God. Long ago, in the town of Sigmaringen, Germany, there was a boy named Mark Roy. He was very intelligent and loved to learn. As he grew older, he studied hard and became a lawyer. People respected him because he was honest, fair, and kind. But Mark noticed something that made him sad. Some lawyers cared more about money and winning than about truth and justice. Mark believed that truth mattered most because God is truth. He always tried to defend the poor and treat everyone fairly. Still, his heart longed for something more. He felt God calling him to serve in a deeper way. After much prayer, Mark made a big decision. He left his successful career and joined the Capuchin Franciscans, a religious order dedicated to prayer, poverty, and preaching. When he became a friar, he took a new name, Fidelis, which means faithful. And faithful he truly was. Brother Fidelis prayed deeply and studied the Bible carefully. He traveled from town to town, preaching about God's love and truth. He spoke clearly and kindly, helping people understand their faith better. Many listened and were inspired by his courage and joy. But not everyone agreed with him. Some people became angry at his preaching. They warned him to stop speaking about Jesus. They even threatened him. Fidelis could have run away. He could have stayed somewhere safe and quiet. But he said, "I must be faithful to God. I will go wherever he sends me." One day, while preaching in a small village, he was attacked by a group who rejected his message. Even in danger, Fidelis prayed for them. He forgave them in his heart and trusted himself to God. Soon after, he died as a martyr for his faith. Saint Fidelis showed that being faithful to God sometimes requires great courage. He gave up wealth, comfort, and even his life because he loved Jesus more than anything else. His name, Fidelis, reminds us to stay faithful too, in big ways and small ways, every single day. The powerful painting by Giambattista Tiepolo, titled Saints Joseph of Leonessa and Fidelis of Sigmaringen Overcoming Heresy, depicts the spiritual victory of the Franciscan order over opposing doctrines. Who is Saint Joseph of Leonessa in the picture? Saint Joseph of Leonessa is the figure on the left, standing boldly with his arm raised toward heaven. You can identify him by these details. The missioner's gaze. He is depicted as a vigorous preacher, reflecting his life spent evangelizing and his brave mission to Constantinople. The habit. He wears the characteristic brown-patched habit of the Capuchin Franciscans. The action. He is literally treading upon the figure of heresy, the fallen person with snakes in their hair, symbolizing the triumph of his orthodox preaching over false teachings. What does the image mean? The painting is an allegory of spiritual warfare and the triumph of faith. Here is a breakdown of the symbolism. The defeat of heresy. The woman lying on the ground with snakes for hair is a classic representation of heresy. By placing his foot on her, Saint Joseph demonstrates the power of truth and the Church's victory over division. Saint Fidelis of Sigmaringen. Feast day, February 4th. Patron saint of missionaries, the poor, prisoners, and those who suffer for their faith. Saint Fidelis is the older friar sitting on the right in prayer. While Joseph represents the active preaching life, Fidelis represents the contemplative, prayerful life. Together, they show the full strength of the Franciscan charism. The Putto, the small winged child behind Joseph, is an angel, signifying divine approval and assistance in their mission. The book, the red book on the ground, likely represents the Holy Scriptures or the teachings of the Church, which serve as the foundation for overcoming the errors lying beside it. Reflection. Saint Fidelis teaches us that being faithful means doing what is right, even when it is hard. Ask yourself, how can I be faithful to God today? Maybe it means telling the truth, being kind when someone is unkind, finishing your responsibilities, or praying even when you feel tired. Faithfulness is choosing God again and again. Even small acts of faith make a big difference. Prayer. Dear Saint Fidelis, thank you for showing us how to be faithful and brave. Help me to love truth, choose what is right, and stay close to God every day. Give me courage when things are hard, and a faithful heart that trusts in Him always. Amen. Remember, little saints, like Saint Fidelis, staying faithful to God even when it's hard makes your heart strong and bright. Keep praying, keep choosing what is right, and see you next time on Lives of Light.